I just received another package today, so I got some more cases. Now, I've been using these two on and off for the last few weeks that I've had the phone. I started off with the heavy duty case because I was worried that the phone would take damage while I was at work because of all the parts and boxes and stuff that I have to move around. But I found pretty quickly that this bottom edge, it starts to grate against your fingers after a while of use. And this raised edge is not very comfortable to hold in the hand. I found that after a while I was really tired of using it, so I went ahead and I snapped on factory case. Now the factory case is nice, but it is super slippery. Whereas this actually, even on the clear part, has, I don't know, it's just, there's more texture to it, there's more to hold on to. It doesn't feel like it's about to slip out of your hand at all times. But this one does, and it's also highly reflective. The other thing that I'm not really keen on is it leaves the sides exposed. And I saw in Jerry Rig Everything's video how he rubbed a razor blade against the side buttons and was able to scrape them right clean off, and then it would no longer work. So I am very concerned about that. I went ahead and I purchased a few more cases. So those just arrived, and I'm going to go ahead and open those up and see how they work. So what do we got? I'm not sure who makes this, but it's a really nice blue case. I can't recall. I'll have to check online. And then, ooh, this one is going to be my favorite. I'm pretty sure. I can't wait to get to this one. And then, let's see. Got this guy right here. Actually, I think this might be my favorite. So I'm not sure. Which one should I get into first? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do, you know, the thing about these three is that they all cover up all that beautiful design that's on the back of the phone. All of this right here, like I want this to be seen, you know. It feels like such a shame to hide that and cover it up, but I do need to provide some protection for the phone so I can get it to last as long as possible. So since I've already showed you the other two clear cases, I'm going to go ahead and do these ones that cover up the back first, and then I'll get to this one right here, which will be a surprise. So we'll put that one to the side. Let's start with the first one that I pulled out. Pretty easy to open. The ultimate experience. HTC U12 Plus. Let's see, it's got all the proper cutouts for all the microphone holes, charging and loudspeaker down bottom. Ooh, it goes on nice and easy. Oh, I like how this feels in the hand. This actually feels, wow. Oh, I really like. So with my phones, I have a tendency to balance the phone on my pinky finger, and that's how I can do the finger gymnastics all around the screen. But my pinky always tends to catch or lodge in the charging port. And this one is perfectly smooth. It feels fantastic in hand. Oh, I really like how this feels. Now, oh, and I like how it cleverly covers up all of the stuff back there. So, like, I want it all or nothing. I either want to be able to completely expose all of those internals, or I want it completely and totally hidden, and that's what this does. Look at that. The cutouts are perfect. The flash cutout, a little bit off center, but it's all right. And let's see if the camera will pick that up. It's a pretty slim edge. But yeah, everything fits really nicely on this one. So out of the ones so far that I've opened, this is going to be my favorite today. All right, time for the next one. Oh, this has like a powdery texture. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if the camera will pick that up. There we go. Look at that. So it feels like sawdust or something. I want to say. I don't even know how to describe that. It's incredibly textured. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Let's see. How close can I get this? Oh, yeah. Oh man. I don't know, the camera just doesn't, oh, there you go. Okay, check that out. So you can see there's these raised little, itty bitty little, I don't know, like the closest thing I can compare it to is like the feeling of sawdust. I like this. And interestingly, there's no cutouts on this side, so it's not symmetrical like the factory case is symmetrical, where it has like a cutout on both sides so you can touch the rails, you can feel those matte rails. This one only has the opening for the buttons. All right, so let's get that sucker on. Oh man, I just love how this thing feels, this Flexi TPU. I really like it. All right, so next one. Why is my button not responding? Come on, turn off. Wow, that's interesting. So this one squeezes the phone so tightly from both sides. So this has that active edge where you can squeeze the sides and activate the camera or the assistant. One of the first things I did was turn that off. I kept triggering it accidentally, and it was just quite annoying. I don't really have any use for it. And when using these cases, there's always this varying degree of pressure you need to squeeze on these things. Well, interestingly, all of the buttons, the power and volume rocker, are also capacitive. Capacitive? I don't know how to say that. Anyway, it's the same squeeze technology. They're not actual buttons, so you actually have to exert force to trigger the power button on and off. There's a little vibration from the vibration motor that tries to make it feel like a button, but it's not quite. Now, when I put this in the case and I accidentally triggered it on, I was unable, like, I can't push it in right now. That is so weird. Like, I guess because of how tightly this thing is squeezing it. So this case actually renders the phone unusable, because once you've unlocked it, there's no way to power it back off unless you just let the screen time out. Oh, okay. So I got to give it a really good squeeze to get that to turn on and off. Okay, now it seems to be working. No, I spoke too soon. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, oh man. Okay, so it works. Let's see. Yeah, no, I like the case. I really do. I mean, it looks great. I like how it leaves some of the parts exposed so you can see the design of the phone. I like the back, how it's an all or nothing kind of thing. It covers up all those internals. But I can't get with that I can't get with that constant issue of not operating correctly. So yeah, that one's out. That one's, it might be a good looking case, but nope. Sorry, no go. Now, this one from KW Mobile, I'm really excited about. This is my first wood case, and I'm really interested to see how this feels in hand. So I'm looking forward to actually messing with this. Oh man, it feels exactly as you would imagine it. So it is cork wrapped around this plastic shell. So this is actually cork right here. That it feels like like a wine cork. That's so weird. And it's got like all these little pock marks. Let's see, get the texture. I mean, look at that. All these like little imperfections. It's not perfect. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Oh man, feels good. But once again, the same issue as the other case. I mean, it is almost identical. So I'm already starting to worry a little bit here that this might not work out so well. Wow, I think this is like a copy and paste. Yeah, that's so weird because, I mean, the packaging is totally different. I mean, I guess that's what Chinese companies do or something. They get a design and they just copy and paste, send it around to everyone. All right, so moment of truth. Let's see how it works. Let's see if, let's see. Oh man, same flipping thing. Same thing. I think, I don't know. I don't know how this works, but it seems that it wants a squeeze from both sides. Yeah, I can't trigger the power button to save my life. Something about these full-sided cases prevent that from operating. I'm thinking that's why the factory case has both sides open like that, so it can get that sensor to feel the squeeze from both sides. And since it's not, let's see, I'm squeezing that thing as hard as I can. But I think what's happening is because the case is already squeezing it, it's getting that signal or something and just ignoring the power button. Let's see if the volume, no, I can't. I get no response from the volume keys either. Oh man, that's so unfortunate. Look, I've squeezed that thing so hard it's made a mark on my thumb. I'm not kidding y'all. I'm really squeezing this thing and it's not working. So these two do not get these, and I'm going to put links to all of these in the description. But definitely avoid these if you've got an HTC U12 Plus or the HTC Exodus 1. These will not work on your phone despite looking very good. So to the trash pile. All right, moment of truth, last one. So I've got 2 cases and 3 cases that work well. Well, let's just verify that one more time. Look at that, no problem. All right, so we got 3 working cases, 3 of 5. Last one. Let's see if this one's going to work. Where's my knife? Oops. There we go. Ding. All right. Put this away without chopping off my thumb. Definitely in a more premium box than the others. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh, they've got a bunch of stuff in here. So what is this for? Okay, keeping it clean. I like all the branding. That's pretty cool. Please peel off the front and back protective films before application. Okay. So, it's not even, that's what that tool's for, to get this peel started. Let's see. Man, I picked a bad day to cut my fingernails. Here we go. Okay. All right. Like I'm looking around for a screen protector or something. Like this is odd that, like normally you see something like that with a screen protector to help you apply it. Come on. There we go. See, even with no nails, you can still get get stuff done. Oh man, that is super crystal clear. So this one is similar in some ways with that raised edge and the clear back. This one just looks a little bit more crazy, but it also has, I don't know if you can see that, but it has a texturing. Oh, there we go. Okay, it has this this little matrix inside of here, whereas this one is just perfectly crystal clear all the way through. Oh no, I've got a speck of dust on it. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Let's get this guy in here. Oh, I like how this feels. Man, this feels solid. And you can see absolutely everything. There's nothing being hidden. Whereas with this one, a few of the components up in this corner, some of the text is covered, but this one you can see it all the glorious internals. And this side, it feels like a real slick rubber. It's really, really grippy. It gives you a lot of confidence holding this. Definitely feels much better in hand, and there's nothing, like this is nice and smooth down here. This feels very, very comfortable to hold. Whereas this one has all of this roughness, all these rough edges down here. This one is just sleek and smooth. Like it feels like latex or something. I mean, I don't even know. Power button works. Hallelujah. Look at that. All right. So, man, so it definitely, these two, these work. All 4 of these work, right? All four of these work, but I would say so far, the two that feel best in the hand are these two. This one is too slippery, this one's too jagged, this one feels fantastic in hand, and this one feels amazing. I think out of all of them, this one feels the best. I love this texture and these edges, but I do not like that it hides the internals. The really cool thing about this back, especially as reflective as it is, you can use this, if I can find the camera. Oh, hi camera. You can actually use this as a mirror for your selfies. Little camera. There we go, look at that. Using the reflective back, you can get this lined up perfectly for your rear camera selfies. So you can use that 2x camera and pretty much nail it almost every time, getting your face fully in frame using the higher quality camera. I mean, the front camera is all right, but I hate the distortion. And on the HTC U12 Plus and also the HTC Exodus 1, you can't zoom with the front camera. Like, it will not let you zoom in with the factory camera app, which is really weird. Like the Google camera, when you go to take a portrait mode, it automatically zooms in to about 1.5 to 2x to get a better view of your face. You know, you just look better when the camera is farther away from your face. So when you have that really wide angle of the front camera, your tendency is to get too close and really distort your face. So I like to take photos with the back camera, and then you can take advantage of that 2x. Now, I have an upcoming camera review where I'm going to review a few different camera apps on this phone, including the factory camera, and compare it to the night mode. But something interesting that I found is that there's a little something going on with these two cameras that doesn't quite make sense. So you'll just have to stay tuned and hear my review on the cameras. I'm going to show you some interesting stuff, some little trickery that they're doing. HTC has always been pretty slick with their camera setups, so I'll get to this in my full review of the cameras, but stay tuned. I got some interesting stuff coming up. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one on for now. I like how it feels. I'm going to test this out a few days at work, and then I don't know, whenever I get bored of it, I'll be swapping back to this little guy over here. Just when you thought I was done, I went out and I bought some more cases. All right, here we go. It is hard keeping a device like this clean. All right, that's better. So earlier I showed you how some of the cases were not working and other ones were. Once I got that figured out, I decided I wanted to get a few more cases. Pretty happy with the ones that I got. I was pretty happy with the other two that were working, but you know, that was only 50% of the ones that I got. So I figured that I wanted to get a few more. So I went ahead and on Amazon, I got one from Poetic. I got one from Spigen, I don't know how you want to say that. And I got one from Tudia. And I've already used some of these, so unfortunately you're not going to see me pulling them out of their casing, but I just wanted to run through these real quick. I really like this one. It's got a, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's got a pretty good texture on here, and I feel like when I'm holding it, I've got a real good grip on the phone. So I'll put that on there real quick so you can see what it looks like. Now the button press on this is a little bit, you know, you got to give it a bit of a hard button press to get it to power up. And pretty much all of the cutouts are exactly the same on all three of these, except for on the bottom. But this one provides a really good surface area. Like I really feel like this one has the most grip of all of them. It, however, has the highest raised buttons of the three. Maybe not. I think the green one has slightly higher buttons, whereas this one has buttons that are almost flush with the case. And this is actually what I prefer. This has been my my daily 5 days a week. I take that one to work, and so far it's been my favorite. It fits nicely. It feels great down here at the bottom. This cutout feels really nice on my finger. It's not slippery, but it's not as grippy as the Poetic case. But I've been using this one mostly because the activation of the buttons are far better. Like I can actually double click it to get into the camera, which the The other one is really difficult to double click because the capacitive buttons just aren't as responsive. So I really like that, and it's nice and slim, doesn't snag when it goes in and out of your pocket. Now this last one, the Tudia, it is actually it's actually the tallest. When I stack these all together, this actually comes up a little bit higher than the other ones, and the same thing on the side as well. It's a little bit bigger than the other cases, a little bit thicker, so it adds a bit to the volume of the phone. But I love how it looks. I really like how it looks. So I've been using this on the weekends because I generally don't have my hands all dirty like I do at work. If you do anything where your hands get dirty throughout the day, I would not recommend this. This is kind of sort of like a matte finish, and I can guarantee you all it would take is one time touching it with some dirty or greasy hands, and this thing would have smudges all over it, and it would really wreck how it looks very, very quickly. So that's the main reason I've been sticking with this one. And I don't know if you can see, but there's already, this is also kind of that matte finish, and you can see where my finger's been on this side and my fingers have been on this side. You can actually see where it's getting worn down. So that's kind of cool, but that goes to show what I'm saying about those colored cases, how this would just be a big smudge that you wouldn't be able to get off of that color, I'm pretty sure. I haven't tried that, and I don't want to try it because I want to keep it looking good. But yeah, so these are 3 more cases. In addition, these are the other 2 that I reviewed before that work well on the phone. So now I have a total of 5 cases, but I've pretty much narrowed it down to these 2. These are pretty much what you always see on my device, would be the Tudia and the Spigen, or Spigen, or whatever you want to call it. This one has this raised portion to it, so it kind of rocks around. It feels kind of funky. I do like the texture here and the way they have designed this little cutout. I really do like that. I may wear that from time to time. And the clear one, I don't know, oddly, because these sides are so slippery, I found that I've pretty much not used it. It just has like this weird latex feel to it. I mean, it looks good, but I don't know. I just haven't been using it much. So these 2 are the winners in my mind. Sound off in the comments below, and let me know which case you like the best, or which one you would rock. And I'll try to include links to all of these in the description so you can get one for yourself if you want. These will work with the HTC Exodus 1 and also the HTC U12 Plus. They're essentially the same phone. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment below. Go ahead and click subscribe, and go ahead and click that bell icon so you can get notified of further updates. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.